And now, from Fox 55 News, this is your local sports.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Week 2 of high school football season is upon us. While most teams are still doing tune-ups ahead of conference play, well, the SAC has dove headfirst into the race for the victory bell. One big matchup this week could go a long way to deciding who will bring home the bell at the end of the season. That matchup is Snider-Carroll, and it's your locker room game of the week. Here's Justin Prince with more on that matchup.
Yeah, Elijah, ever since Carroll joined the SAC all the way back in 2015 now, this Carroll-Snider matchup has really turned into a pretty good rivalry. The Panthers had the upper hand early. They won the first 3 matchups, but Carroll's responded in a big way ever since. The Chargers have won 3 of the last 4, and that includes last year when Owen Sheely stepped in for what would be his first and only varsity start, leading Carroll to a 29-28 win at Spooler Stadium, which went a long way in helping the Chargers claim a share of the SAC crown with the Panthers. Now, this will be Carroll's first home game since Owen's tragic death from cancer earlier this summer, and the team says they're determined to honor him tomorrow night with a win, while Snider, they're out looking for a little bit of revenge.
This is his game. This is his week. Week 2 is always going to be his week, Snider week. That was his one and only game, and that he deserved it, and we took the dub like we did last year, and we're going to do it again.
They're athletic, they're disciplined, so we got to be the same right back at them. We have to work as a team, obviously. We can't just sit there and play one guy, one guy, one guy, one guy. We got to all play as a team and be disciplined like they are.
Taking care of the football was the whole deal. We've got to be diversified. We've got to be able to run it and throw it, and we've got to be better up front to do that. Without question, Snider's a great tradition. They are. I mean, and if you want to win the SAC, you've got to be great against these great teams, and that's what this week brings. A victory week 1, puts us in position, and we've got to continue to win out if we have aspirations to win the conference.
Oh, we always looking for revenge. We're gonna come up top. We're gonna try to fight back, and we're gonna have to try to one up Carroll.
We have to be physical. It's their first home game. They got a lot on their shoulders, but I know that they're going to come out with all their heart, all their soul going to come out on that first game at their home. So we just got to be physical with them. We got to match their same intensity because they're going to punch us in the mouth, and we got to do the same thing. We got to punch them right back.
It always starts up front, controlling the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. A lot of last week was trying to figure out where one guy was at and doing what we need to do to make sure we're, taking care of him. And Carroll's just different. It's not one emphasis that we as a defense have to stress. You got to do it all, and I think that's the problem Carroll poses for us and is the challenge.
Kickoff here from Charger Stadium in your locker room. Game of the week is set for 7 p.m. tomorrow night, and as always, we'll have highlights from this game and plenty of others for you tomorrow night in the locker room. Elijah?
Well, thanks a lot, JP. Here's a look at some of the games you'll be able to catch right here on Fox 55 tomorrow night. As always, we'll feature all 5 SAC games, including the game of the week. You'll also see other good matchups like Dorner at Northside and Homestead at Concordia. Some good ones outside the SAC as well. This could have been the game of the week. Eastside at Adams Central. We'll also have Heritage at Norwell, Garrett at DeKalb, South Adams at Belmont, Lakeland at Busco, and many, many more. Hope to see you guys all tomorrow night at 10:30.